Most people who take prescription medications don't expect to become addicted to them, but according to WebMD, 1 in 5 Americans report misusing a prescription drug. So how does this happen? Fox UP's Kelsey Nemestow has the story. Kelsey.
Ben, it's actually very disturbing. WebMD also reports that 1 in 10 high school seniors has abused prescription drugs. I spent some time with one UP teen who says she's been abusing drugs and alcohol since she was just 12 years old. She's now 17 and in rehabilitation, but because of her age, we have changed her name and her identity is being withheld. Here's her story and the first part of my series, Addicted to Painkillers.
I started using drugs when I was younger, like 12, and then, as always, drug use escalates. It just gets bigger and better. You look for the biggest high you can get.
Keisha is 17 years old now and is in substance abuse rehabilitation for the 4th time. A high school dropout, she was living a different sort of life for a time. Her #1 priority was to get high. Keisha says she'd get high as often as she could, using whatever she could get her hands on. But her drug of choice is Suboxone.
I like the high it gets me. Like, I'm an IV drug user. I get really high from it. And I don't gotta use a lot at all.
Keisha says she'd buy 1 pill for about $40 on the street and a clean needle for $1. She'd then crush some of the pill and put it on a spoon with some water, then put the mix in a needle and inject herself.
It goes from like your veins to your head in like 3 seconds. It's not like anything I've ever done. Like, you'll smoke a joint and you'll feel it, like it'll creep up on you and you'll be high. But when you shoot something like Suboxone, it hits you in a matter of like 3 seconds.
Addiction medicine specialist Dr. John Leighton says he hears stories just like Keisha's all the time.
It's a big problem in our country right now. It's an epidemic in my estimation as far as what we're seeing and the problems with it.
Dr. Leighton does not treat Keisha, but says she most likely injects the drug because it immediately affects the brain, which gives the user a high much faster than if it were to be taken orally. But he says drugs like Suboxone are exceedingly difficult to come off of, and the detox and withdrawal process can be awful.
The reality is it takes lots of time, but it can be done. It's just how committed are they to doing that. First, second time around, many times it doesn't work. Sometimes they have to do it 3-4 times before they figure out that, well, I'm gonna have to do this this way. This is the only way that's gonna work.
Keisha is going through withdrawals right now. She says she's been feeling very sick and very tired, common symptoms of someone going through the process. But she's determined to continue with treatment and finish this time.
I came here willingly because I don't want to use a needle anymore. Because I'll probably end up dying if I keep going.
Now there's a lot more to Keisha's story. In the next part of my series, we'll learn about why and how Keisha became addicted to prescription drugs and some of the struggles she's gone through. Tune in tomorrow at 10 for the second part of Addicted to Painkillers. Ben?